Hi everyone, it's Lonnie. Thanks for joining me today. If you're watching this the day I post it, then Happy New Year to you. I want to start the year off with some crocheting, and I saw some videos over the holidays, and so I wanted to share and pass along some of the things I learned. So the first thing I want to do is, and I'm going to link some videos that I got these ideas from, so you know it's, there's a couple that have maybe better tutorials than what I'm going to show you. At least they'll have more detail. And I'm going to use this dark paper to show you one thing because I wanted it to be dark so that you could see the thread and the work that I'm doing. It might not show up if everything's too bright colored here, so. Alright, so there's the tag that I want to start with. I think these are really exciting projects, and I'm working on several journals at the moment, so I'm trying to fill them up, and so I'm looking forward to using those ideas. So because the crocheting on here is going to go through two sides, it's going to act as a closure, and I have to decide where I want it. Now it might look all right up there. Actually, I think I'm going to try that, because it could also act as a tab then. The trickiest part is going to be kind of getting the holes evenly spaced apart. So I have to, I'm thinking about 1 centimeter in, and for demonstration I might only do 3. We'll say 4. Okay, let's start with that. This is one of those, I think it's 1/8 of an inch hole punches. I got it because my awl disappointed me the other time when I was making holes and I was using thread. So yeah, the hole punch provides a smoother way of operating, so you know, you don't get your threads stuck on the you know, the holes. Okay, so it's early morning here and I haven't had coffee yet, so bear with me. Sorry about that. My phone stopped recording, and so I had to start over basically. That's not quite, there we go. So what did I do? Where did I leave you? I think I showed you the holes that I made. So I'm just gonna try and get these rather close together. Evenly spaced. In the end, it won't really matter, but try. So yeah, this is a smaller hole punch. I think it's 1/8. And then I got number 10 crochet thread, and it's almost empty. I hope I have enough to finish. So I'm gonna link the website or the YouTube channel where I got this idea. It was Carrie at Mixed Media Art there. And so that is a slip knot. I'm going to put it through the hole. I'm going to start by basically wrapping the string through and pulling it back through the hole. Just to secure it there. So first I'm going to make the base, which is fairly simple. It's just tricky because you're working with paper, and so it's a little slippery. So chain of 3, and then go through the next hole, and same deal, pull the string back through, make a single crochet, chain of 3, and again down through the hole, wrap the cord around it, thread, and bring that to the edge of the paper and make a single crochet, and one more time a chain of 3, and do that again. Okay, so that's that part. As you can see, we've got 3 places now where we can work into. Now, you could stop right there. I think that's kind of cute too. And you could tie off and be finished. That's actually pretty basic, and it wouldn't take very much time to do that once you got the slipperiness figured out of the paper. But I'm going to do another row. So I'm going to chain 3, and then I'm going to do 4 double crochets into the base. That's the first chain of 3 counts as a double crochet in this case. And so with the 4 I make, that should be 5 altogether. And then where this long part here is, I'm just gonna go in there and make a single crochet. And then again with the chain, I'll try chaining 2 this time. That one looks a little long. Then do 4 doubles again. Okay, and then do a single again to tie it down. I'll chain 2. I think that's enough. Then 4 doubles. you could make these as long as you want, as complicated as you like. You could do them on any edge. And then when you're done, just tie off. Cut your thread. Look at that, we had lots. Okay, so then I'm gonna just tie a knot from the beginning and end thread here. And there you can see we have roughly 3 shells. I should have made that one a little smaller there by chaining 2. But anyways, Carrie will give you better instructions. So this is the one. And then the reason I did the crocheting edge up there instead of here or here, and I just use this to show you so that you could see the contrast of the thread. So then what you can do is take your journal and a pocket, whatever pocket you have, as long as it fits, and then put your tag inside the pocket. And then glue your pocket down so that when you put your tag in, it'll stick out the top, and then it can act as a tab. I mean, it'll act as a tab anyways, but it'll stick out. I always love stuff sticking out of my journal, so I probably need a little bit bigger pocket, but you get the idea, right? So that is the first thing I wanted to show you completed. Then this is the other one I started with earlier. I probably would end this differently. I wasn't planning on making this a tag, but we'll see. Now that I have them started, I might just glue those 2 pieces in so they're not sticking out. Alright, so now I have 2 tags, right? That's cool. Okay, the furnace is finally done, so we can continue. I'm not sure if I mentioned the size of the crochet needle that I used. This is a 1.5 for the number 10 thread, and like I mentioned, you can use different size of threads and experiment and make it how you like it. You could also use a different size hook. All up to you, and you'll get different results depending on what you'll get, or depending on what you use. Okay, so that's that one again. The next thing I'm going to show you is the daisy, and I'm using the number 3. Oh, and I also used the high tack to glue down the loose threads at the end of the last project. You wouldn't have to use this, but it says it works on fabric and it's extra tacky, so I've had this for a while. I don't even know where we got it. So anyways, there's that. Alright, so with the next project, again, I'm going to link the video where I saw this. I'm going to do it a little bit differently. she started with a magic ring, and I'm just going to start with a chain of 3, then close and make a closed circle. And I do that by going into the first hole I made and then making a single crochet. I think she'll give you instructions. Okay, then I start with the double crochets again, except I'm going to work into the circle that I made here. So this is going to act as my first double crochet, and I want to make a total of 12. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so now that I'm done with that, I'm going to cut off my yellow, and I'm going to switch to my white, and I'm just gonna loop that on there and finish that last stitch with the white. Then I'm going to take all my loose threads and I'm going to crochet over them. So more about that in a minute. Alright, so I've got this, and I'm going to make petals. This is going to be inside of my flower. I'm going to make petals. And I'm going to do a triple crochet, 1, 2, 3, well, a chain of 3 at first. Then I'm going to double the yarn over here to make a triple. And again, in your country, it may or may not be called a treble or triple. But yarn over twice. You want these quite tall, that's why we yarn over twice. And then I'm going to go into the first because we made 12, right? So your first space there. Again, I'll put the link in the description. Okay, so I want to make, again, a cluster of 5, and making sure that I am sewing or crocheting over those. Okay, so on my way to finish this petal, I'm actually going to do a chain of 3 again, and then I'm going to go to the next hole here and just do a single. So that's the first petal there. So then to start the next one, I'm going to go up 3 chains, yarn over twice, and if you don't crochet, that's okay. You can skip this step, and once you see what I've made, you will get other ideas what to use. I've been looking for ways to incorporate crocheting into journaling, and so I'm finding more and more ways. I think this is actually still kind of bulky with the yarn that I'm using, but for this project, because I had a lot of white and yellow thread in this color yarn. I had a lot of yarn in this color. Okay, so chain 3 for the end of the second petal. And again, making the loose threads disappear eventually. Okay, so up 3, double over, double yarn over, or yarn over twice rather. And I realize if you do not crochet, this is gonna seem like a really long, boring part, but you know where the fast forward button is, right? Okay, so then for the ending, chain 3 and skip to the next, make a single crochet. Alright, so you get the idea, right? You should be able to easily get 6, and I think I probably have them a little close together on this one, but I just wanted you to see what I was doing there. And that's how I end up with, ta-da, a daisy. And so if you had more petals, it wouldn't matter. But the tutorial made 6 petals. Okay, so then what I thought was how to use these in my journal, and I decided I was going to make clusters. So what I did was I also had some newly designated jeans. I get to repurpose them. How about that? So then, since I don't sew, I can't really fix them. So anyways, I was thinking denim and daisies. That's a combination that I've seen before. So I liked it. And then I thought, well, for color contrast, some burlap. And then I like some gold in my clusters. So I am back to my leaf motif here with the dots. This one can either go gold on one side or silver on the other. And I thought of trying the silver today, but the gold one. So anyways, because of the size of that leaf and the size of that daisy, I thought this would be perfect. Okay, so I still have a little bit of thread left over there. Now I could just, I'll probably just do that. Put it to the back, and then either, if you don't want to sew this together, you could just glue it, but I have already prepared some thread, and I'm just gonna come up here, go through all the layers, come up on the outside of the yellow here. I already tied a knot in the back, so that should secure. So what I decided to do was to just basically backstitch around that yellow section. What that does is it kind of gives emphasis to the center of the flower. It gives it a bit of an outline. Now you could use different colors of thread. I just used this one. I didn't want it to contrast too much. I wanted the outline, but not really to see, like I didn't want to see like a black thread in there or something. But that probably wouldn't look bad either. And so just poke around there. So yeah, simple backstitch, doesn't have to be neat, which is a good thing. And then just go all the way around the yellow part. So that's dual purpose here, because you get extra definition in the daisy, and also you are attaching all the layers. At least I'm thinking we're getting, yeah, we're getting them all. Never hurts to check. So then when I go to put this in my journal, I would probably glue down, and then it'll just need to be the bottom layer that needs gluing. So where did I start? Oh, not quite done yet. And then too, I'm making some ladies' journals, but I'm also making a journal for a man or a guy whom I don't know, but a guy may not particularly care for daisies. Okay, so there's, you can see the definition, hopefully. And then I just tie this off. So anyways, what am I gonna put in the guy's journal? I'm not gonna necessarily go overkill on the flowers. There may be some flowers, I'm not saying I'll totally avoid them, but I want to incorporate some, you know, what we would consider masculine elements as well. So isn't that gorgeous? I just love that. Okay, so then as you can see, I've already made a few, and that's more than I need for the journals, but that's good because I think I'd like to keep these in my stash, at least one of them, so that I remember and make some more. All right, so then for the gentleman's journal, I was thinking if I started with the denim, which is nice, and I found a ripped part. This is a ripped piece. I thought that was special. What I decided to do was I decided to start with the burlap and then put the jeans over top. The thing with putting the burlap at the bottom is, see on these ones, the jeans would kind of hold or sandwich that burlap. With the burlap being on the outside, it's more likely to pull apart and disappear. So I put two-sided tape on the backing as a backing. I can't really feel it on this side, so that's good. It shouldn't stick to any other pages. But what it would do also is if I go to stick it on a page, I wouldn't need extra glue. So then, still could totally glue all this. Burlap, jeans, and since I like cardboard, and this to me is all about texture right now, got a little piece of cardboard that I peeled the one side, and then I just coated this just to make it a little stiffer. I coated it with a wash of glue mixed with water, and I think it added a bit of shininess to it as well, which is all right. Then I found these little things that I got at the dollar store, and I thought these would make really nice additions to that. So it could be the bike for the guy if he's into exercise or not, if he's into sailing or fishing or boating. It could be an anchor. I think I'm going to go with the anchor for this one. I don't have any gold on this one because, I don't know, I thought maybe gold wouldn't be appreciated in this one, but I could be wrong. So I'm going to grab my other threaded needle. For this one I chose blue to match the denim. So I'm just going to go around, if the needle lets me. There we go. I'm just going to go around the anchor. And I'm going to anchor the anchor. How about that? So yeah, I decided to put this pair of jeans to work for me in the craft gym. Why not? I mean, I don't know anybody personally that would fix jeans that were ripped the way these were. Okay, so the fabric, not your finger. So yeah, they would have been garbage unless I knew somebody who did so and could have donated it to them, but I don't really know anybody that would take fabric scraps either. So I decided I wanted these. And this is a little hard on the fingers. That too, I don't use my thimble. I think I was taught how to use it incorrectly. So I didn't ever really use my thimble. Okay, so I think that's gonna be sufficient. And then I'm just gonna end that off. So today, so far, we have crocheted, done the back stitch, and anchored an anchor. I've got glue used. So I guess this is a mixed media day. Again, you could totally tailor make these to suit your, you know, what you want to do and how you want to do it, and work with what you got. If you don't have jeans, maybe you have something, some other fabric. Okay, so that, put the needle away so it doesn't hurt you. All right, so there's the masculine version of the daisy. And as you can see, even the daisies are different sizes because of how I decided to tension them with my wool or my yarn. So that's something to keep in mind too. Again, this would probably turn out really nice with embroidery thread. But so far, I'm okay with the bulk of these. Not every page is going to be so bulky, obviously. So this can go in a page. And I think it's strong enough to stand alone by itself. Same with this one. And then here's some other examples. I don't love this one, but I think that's just because I didn't really know where to exactly put the lace. I think maybe one strip of lace would be enough, or I needed a bigger button, something. And then I made this one, I used 2 types of fabric, a little piece of organza lace, and I made a bow out of string, and I chose a really, well, it's a large red button, but I decided to add a little bit of gold that way. So there's that one. And I think that is all the ones I have finished for right now. But I think I would like to put one of these in my current journal right now. I just gotta pick a page. It can be maybe on that page. And maybe I'll put it towards the top since so many things go at the bottom. And then today's verse will be in Nehemiah 8, verse 10. And it is, "The joy of the Lord is my strength." Someone was nice enough to comment that on one of my videos. So that's what I'm going to do. And I think for this one, I'm going to actually write it in the book. Now I just need the appropriate pen, or a pen. Let's see, I'm going to just print it. I'll double space. All right. Could have left a little more room, but there you go. And then to attach that, let's see. Maybe I'll go with the high tack again. It says extra tacky craft adhesive, bonds fabric, ribbon, canvas, paper. So should be good, right? And I'll put the glue where the sewing is. And I might have to spread this out a little. Something like that. There. See how the leaf sticks out from the flower there? Nice. And two, you could always add more to the page. Alright, well, that will do it for me today. I wish you a good rest of the week, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.